And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
Check, 47. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get on.
One.
From the 38, Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
It's a party now. Watch out.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on fourth down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On the defensive side, these are the starters for New Orleans. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
First down, Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Mariota on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Sheldon Rankins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive spans 13 plays, and the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is
that's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 48 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. Sam Darnold leading the charge offensively. Now the first down carry. It's Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now on 2nd and 13, Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
He led the NFL in receptions last year with 125, and for wide receiver Michael Thomas, not a surprise. That's what he expects out of himself each and every season. Finishing the top 10 in receiving yards each of his first 3 years in the league. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler, first-time first-team All-Pro in 2018, and he has tremendous hands, great moves downfield, and really, truly believes in himself. Check out his social media handle, Can't Guard Mike. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DL.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the curl.
A first down throw for Mariota. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
Check.
Now Lewis here on first down. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
Yeah, they should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Mariota now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Hands to Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
No. Off. Check. Three.
Mariota from the gun on third down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mariota now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, just like last play.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 14-10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Breeze here finding Kamara. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. Throwing now is Breeze. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
The Saints spent a third-round pick on Tre'Quan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a third and about 13.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Thomas, the intended target. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Hard to believe, but the regular season's starting to draw to a close. We've got the final Sunday night game of the year coming up later tonight. Matt Nagy and the Bears hosting his mentor, Andy Reid, and the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be a good one from Frigid Soldier Field. And then tomorrow night, the final Monday night game of the year, Packers and Vikings from Minneapolis. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
One. Switch.
They'll run on first down. It's Lewis. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Where are they, team? Switch it.
Now Mariota. This will be caught just inside the 10. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On second down, it's Henry, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Extra point try now for Succop. It's good, and it's 21-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Breeze to throw again. That's caught. It's Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Breeze again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Breeze. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Harold Landry has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Breeze now to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start our swing around the NFL right here in Florida. Houston taking on Tampa Bay. And it's the Texans who are out in front. DeAndre Hopkins, a touchdown reception. From there, it's a short trip in the Sunshine State down to Miami, as the Dolphins are at home as well. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Albert Wilson, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Cam Newton with 2 first-half touchdown passes. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Second half begins with a run by Henry. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A second down run with Lewis. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check, 47. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
To throw Mariota. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script? And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And that might be Titan football. It is. The target that time, Michael Thomas. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Check the backer. Hatch it. Well, it's good.
To throw is Mariota. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is up to 15 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not.
And Kamara has it stripped. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
They go play action here on first down. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Mariota now, 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Slam.
Throwing, Mariota. Throw left side complete. It's Taylor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Three. Any deck. Slam. One. Hey, look, 3. One. Kill.
Mariota going to give to Lewis. Gets around him. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check, 47. One. Just like that. Sponge. No.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze over the middle. It's Jared Cook. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he finds Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's make these babies cry.
Smith catches left side.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 15-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Breeze now. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Lutz good on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Mariota now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
One. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. One. Watch the shit.
Mariota to throw it. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Kill. Check 9.
Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Blue 18. 47. Hey, here I come.
They'll throw again. Mariota. He gets it to Humphreys. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Nashville, it's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. They'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running, play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Now now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw is Breeze. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Breeze finding Kamara. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, it's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Now he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up and they tend to play well.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
He's cracked. Watch the ass.
They run. This is Lewis. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First down, Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
One. Hey, check Mike 47. Scene 6. I got you, punk. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let him know. Let him know. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota, and that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had a victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Brees. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Brees to throw. And Gibbs got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Jurrell Casey, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brees. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Brees again. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Brees to throw again. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
And how'd that work out?
Yeah, with his footwork, I think.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the run. Watch out.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Titans on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And Succop missed it. It's no good. He missed it wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. To throw again on 2nd down. Brees. It's caught. Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Wide open receiver complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Here's Breeze. Defensively here, you've got and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the Saints' 27-yard line.
Danny.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Tennessee, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.